Good morning, PASW artists. It is Friday. I'm continuing to work on the show, but I'm doing another encore class, which was originally filmed on January 21st of this year. It's another code reading Friday. I hope you enjoy it. And I'll see you Monday on Zoom. Take care. Have a good weekend. I love you and I miss you so much, but enjoy the class. Test, test. Good morning, PASW family and friends. Happy Friday. It is our cold reading party. I am in New York City. It looks very holiday-like because our cold reading party class is a classic holiday film. And you may be wondering, why are we doing a holiday film in January? That's because usually, guys, if you have an audition for a holiday film, it's probably going to be in the spring or in the winter for the next year because they have to go into production and do post production. So it may not be unusual to audition for a holiday film in January, February, March. I know those of you who watch those Lifetime holiday movies and Hallmark holiday movies, there's like 1,000 new holiday movies every year. I love them. I watched a lot last year. A lot of them are filmed in the spring and the summer so they can go into post production to be ready for the fall. So our co-leading party that was more audition type focus. So that I was doing it. I would share our classic holiday code reading today. But before we do that, have to move it and groove it. Again, I'm up close until I get my new microphone, but I will go back to a longer body shot for our moving and grooving. And let's get to our moving and grooving today. Come back, baby! Our code reading Friday, our film classic. We're doing our code reading Friday from If the Film Out. Yeah, you can watch it at Christmas, but I think you can watch it any time of the year. It's so hilarious. Mary Steenburgen and James Caan was Will Ferrell in the lead role. Peter Dinklage had a role as Bob Newhart was Papa Elf. So our cold reading today is from Elf. Before we do that, let's warm up our voices a little bit. So I'm going to be chewing like we're chewing a big wad of gum. And really get your mouth muscles moving. I love the good warming up, guys, before you have the audition. I think is really essential just to get your mouth muscles moving or massage a little bit. Your you can take the palms of your hands and do a little bit of massage and then I'm disappearing a little bit here. Yeah, I need my yeah, just massage a little bit. There we go. And we're gonna do open wide in the apple. Hook her up and suck that lemon. So it's open wide and hit the apple. And poke her up and suck that lemon. Open wide and hit the apple. And poke her up and suck that lemon. And open wide and hit the apple. And poke her up and suck that lemon. Good. Now imagine you're blowing out a birthday cake with a lot of candles, and take a deep breath in and blow out with the candles. All right, and take a deep breath and blow out the candles. Good, and just shake it out, shake it out. Good, that's good shake, putting that energy in our bodies. Good, 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 good. So again, cold reading Friday is more focused on cold reading. So again, we're going to do 4 different scenes. I'll take you to the scene, talk you through it, then we'll come back. Okay, so the full scene will be on the screen. You'll hear my voice. We'll do 4, come back, and then we'll shake it out and do our movement included for today. All right, so let's go to the first scene. Okay, guys, I want you to imagine now you audition today. This first scenario is for Kimbo's manager. What you know about this manager is he or she is very particular and a little bit frustrated that things are not going the way he wants them to go right now. So, again, this is your script. Your lines are highlighted in red. Okay, I will give the line. I made it the reader the best I could. So, the first line, you're lying, guys. Repeat after me if you need to. Says inch ribbon curls, honey. You're here.
That's impossible.
6 inches! Alright, so you're responding to that's impossible. Hope that makes sense. Okay, ready? Let's do it again. And if you want to go on and imagine you're hearing it, that's cool, or you can just stay with us. Okay, alright guys, I'm gonna give you your line again. This is your line as Kimbo's manager for the audition. Alright? 6-inch ribbon curls, honey.
That's impossible.
Your line. 6 inches! Good, let's do that again, guys. Remember, you're responding to the reader. Okay? Ready? 6-inch ribbon curls, honey.
That's impossible.
6 inches! Good, guys, good. Very good job. Good, guys, good. Shake that out. Shake that out. So, guys, even though we're doing cold reading, still, I want you to continue to think a little bit, still living truthfully on the imaginary circumstances. All right? The cold reading is how we get that's what we always do for audition. But you don't want to polish performance, but you still want to continue there in that moment be the character, live truthfully in the imaginary circumstances. So that's why reading a few times is really important. That's why I like to do cold reading. That's why we go over it a few times, but you're still getting used to it. All right, you're still getting used to it. I've heard from a lot of casting directors they really like it. If you're off book or as near off book as possible, we're not going to get to that in this class. But we're working toward just not only might be reading, but still letting it be natural for you. All right. So let's go to the second one. Okay, guys, in this next scenario, you're auditioning for Leon the Snowman. I have it in red, so you can call in to audition for Leon the Snowman. Let's go over the lines and then we'll do it. So, why the long face, buddy? That's the line. Why the long face, buddy? Buddy and Buddy's the elf. Buddy is the lead character. Buddy responds, "It seems I'm not an elf." And Leon's a little bit sarcastic. I want you to play with being sarcastic. Of course you're not an elf. You're 6'3" and had a beard since you were 15. So that second line, repeat after me. Of course you're not an elf. You're 6'3" and had a beard since you were 15. Okay, so let's try that again and then we'll do it one more time just to get used to it. Leon, the Snowman, that's your line in red. Why the long face, buddy? Buddy responds, "It seems I'm not an elf." You with Leon respond, "Of course you're not an elf. You're 6'3" and had a beard since you were 15. Good, so now we're gonna go on and okay guys, here we go. So again, you're auditioning for Leon the Snowman. Your line, you repeat after me, you hear the reader, then you go again. Ready? And let's go. Why the long face, buddy?
It seems I'm not an elf.
Of course you're not an elf. You're 6'3" and had a beard since you were 15. Good guys, good. Let's do that again. Alright? Okay guys, let's do it again. You're at Leon the Snowman. You say your line. You're at the audition. Why the long face, buddy?
It seems I'm not an elf.
Of course you're not an elf. You're a 6'3" and have had a beard since you were 15. Okay, let's do it one more time. You read the line of Leon. You respond to the reader, okay? Why the long face, buddy?
It seems I'm not an elf.
Of course you're not an elf. You're 6'3" and had a beard since you were 15. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job, kid. Get that shit that out. Okay? Right? And then we go to our third one. Okay, guys, here we go. Here we go. Again, we'll go through it a couple times and we'll imagine it's the audition. Just want to give you a little bit of time to look over the lines. Your lines are in red. You're auditioning for Ming Ming the elf. Okay? And I'll also read it out loud for those who need to hear it. I hate to do this to you, but do you think you could help me pick up the slack? on those etch sketches? You hear, no problem. You respond, I appreciate it. Buddy is killing me. I've already got Lum Lum and Toto pulling doubles. So again, guys, start to imagine that frustration you might be feeling. Alright? As the elf who's working. Alright, let's do this again. Repeat it again. I hate to do this to you, but do you think you can help me pick up the slack on those etch sketches? You're here, no problem. You're here, no problem. I appreciate it. Buddy's killing me. I've already got Lum Lum and Toto pulling doubles. Good, now let's imagine we're doing it like the audition, alright? Ready? Read ahead or repeat after me if you need to. I hate to do this to you, but do you think you can help me pick up the slack on those etch sketches? No problem. I appreciate it. Buddy is killing me. I've already got Lum Lum and Toto pulling doubles. Good, let's do that again, guys. I hate to do this to you, but do you think you can help me pick up the slack on those etch sketches? No problem. I appreciate it. Buddy is killing me. I've already got Lum Lum and Toto pulling doubles. Good, guys, let's try that one more time. Alright. I hate to do this to you, but do you think you can help me pick up the slack on those etch sketches? No problem. I appreciate it. Buddy is killing me. I've already got Lum Lum and Toto pulling doubles. Good job, guys. Good job. Good. That's a little bit more complicated because the next two and the next one are at those scenes. And so you're imagining your reader, right? You have to always imagine, you hear the reader, you respond. All right? That's what happens. Sometimes you do that with David or Steve, and when you're prepping for your auditions. But even when you're rehearsing, you can imagine what the lines are. That I think is equally important when you're prepping for auditions. To not know your lines, but also be really familiar to know your lines, but also know the lines of the partner, your scene partner, because you need to know them so you're listening to them and responding to them. Okay? So let's go to our fourth one. Okay, guys, so this is just more monologue. So we're gonna read through it a couple of times, repeat after me if you need to. But I'm going to give you some direction, because sometimes the casting director will give you direction, alright? So let's just read through it a few times. Hey guys, you seen this place? Pretty good. They must have brought in a professional. I don't know why, but someone's gunning for my job. But look, let's sit together on this. If you get wind of anything, call me on my radio. Channel 3. Code word is Santa's got a brand new bag. Good, let's read it again. Read ahead if you want to. Alright? Hey guys! You seen this place? Pretty good. They must have brought in a professional. I don't know why. But someone's gunning for my job. But look, let's get together on this. If you get wind of anything, call me on my radio. Channel 3. Code word is Santa's got a brand new bag. Okay guys, so the direction given the casting director is you are the store manager of this big department store. Someone has decorated the toy department and it wasn't you. Alright, so you're very suspicious and a little bit nervous because you don't know what's going on. But these decorations are better than what you did and you feel very nervous and suspicious. So that's what the casting director says. Try it with a bit of nervousness and suspicion, and you're talking to other employees that you're talking to, asking people to help you out, okay? So that is what the direction the casting director gave you. Okay guys, ready? Remember, nervous, suspicious, that's the direction you got from the casting director, alright? Hey guys, you seen this place? Pretty good. They must have brought in a professional. I don't know why, but someone's gunning for my job. But look. Let's stick together on this. If you get wind of anything, call me on my radio. Channel 3. Code word is Santa's got a brand new bag. There you go, let's try that again, guys. Really a little nervous and suspicious what's going on. The decoration wasn't mine. This is all in your imagination, right? You're in the casting director's office or on Zoom. Hey guys. You see this place? Pretty good. They must have brought in a professional. I don't know why. But someone's gunning for my job. But look, let's stick together on this. If you get wind of anything, call me on my radio. Channel 3. Code word Santa's got a brand new bag. Alright, good job, guys. Good, check that out. Check that out. I wanted to focus on, the thing about when you do classic film and TV shows, they've already been done, but there's no reason why in a film you guys gonna get a role as a store manager. Right? You guys gonna get a role as someone who works in the toy factory. Alright? So I wanted to do that's why I love doing these. Just so you have a lot of variety just to play. Alright? Just to be able to play. And I want you to have those opportunities. Okay? Hope you had fun today. You'll get my weekly email this week, which will have our charity challenge from yesterday. playing a hospital character, the characters in the medical genre, and our Betty White Tuesday trivia question. Those will be also in the email that goes out today. So guys, I love you, I miss you. We're gonna rock it out again to another song. Have a great weekend. Please continue to stay safe, and hopefully by next week I will see you on Zoom on Monday, and I hopefully will have a new microphone, which I'm really excited about. All right, guys, love you, miss you. Let's go moving in.
Is a curious thing. Make a one man weep, make another man sing. Change your heart to a little white dove. More than a feeling, that's the power of love. Love and diamonds,
And